Hello, YouTube. This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry. I am on here to share about rappers in hip hop using the trap life to sell digital albums. Rappers in hip hop using the trap life to sell digital albums. That's not helping nobody out. That's not helping them. Using the trap life in hip hop to sell digital albums. That is not helping the rappers. That's getting them in a lot of trouble. It's too much of the streets in hip hop. It's too much of that in there. They doing anything to sell an album. Okay? All right. Too much of the streets. Too much of the streets is in hip hop. It's too much of that. So using the trap life to sell digital albums is not helping them. They may be getting a lot of money, cars, clothes, women, but they got to beef up their security. They selling out, using the street, using the streets to sell records, but then they can't, to sell digital albums. Then they can't deal with the consequences. Mm-mm. Nope, they're selling out. The Bible says, "What does it, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?"
According
Promote.
to Bible, King James Version, Mark 8 verses 34 to 38, 36. For what shall it profit a man, if he shall gain the whole world, and lose his own soul? 37. For what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Promoting that street life in hip hop. That ain't really helping them. Mm-mm. Then they try to justify it. The streets don't love nobody. Mm-mm. The streets don't love nobody. I pray they make up their mind. Do they want to be in the music industry? Or they want to be in the streets. Then they put all this street stuff in their lyrics, and they can't deal with the consequences from that. Using the trap life to sell digital albums in hip hop is not helping them. Then they got to look over their back, looking all around. Mm-mm. That's empty. No matter how much money they get, who want to live like that? Who wants to live that way? This so they can get their name and lights. They doing anything. What does it profit a man to gain this whole world and lose his soul? Using the trap life to sell digital albums in hip hop is not really helping. It don't matter how much money, how much clothes they got. That's empty. That's empty. They ain't got no peace with Jesus, and I ain't talking about no necklace. That ain't no Jesus. That's just a necklace. I'm talking about peace in Jesus, real peace. Money can't bring you peace. Money has no peace in it. Hip hop is the same old thing, using the trap life to sell records. Then the trap life gets you caught up. The trap life, using that trap life, using that street life to sell digital albums. What does it profit a man to gain this whole world and lose his soul? Look at all these rappers getting caught up just to get the money. Then they can't deal with the street stuff that they didn't put out on their digital album. They can't deal with that. I ain't never I ain't never really known nobody that was in the streets to go on tour. I ain't never seen that before. People in the streets don't make themselves known. But these rappers today are really trying to do anything to get out there. Then they cannot deal with the consequences of what they put out. If you promoting that street life on your digital album, there gonna be trouble. It's gonna be trouble. Hmm. Look at the image that you putting out. Just to get the money. Just to get the money. You'll do anything for it. Rappers are selling out today. They're selling out. Then they want to laugh at the rappers from the 80s. At least they had fun with it today. Hip hop. What is hip hop? What is it? And then they start trying to justify what they're doing. When you put in those type of lyrics out and promoting that type of lifestyle, there are going to be some problems that's going to come with that. The consumer, they don't care. But if the consumer that's listening to it, they blind to God's truth as they listening to it. But using the trap life to sell digital albums in hip hop, that's not helping. That's not helping the rapper. That's bringing a whole lot of trouble and deceiving a whole lot of people. The rapper is deceiving people with the message that he's putting out. He deceiving people. He promoting that lifestyle, but he's not ready for the consequences that's gonna come with that. Mm-mm. Using the trap life to sell digital albums in hip hop is not helping. It don't matter how much money you get and how much fame. Once again, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Just to make it in the music industry, you're gonna sell your soul and brag about that street life, brag about that trap life. That kind of sound like organized, like you involved in something. The streets in hip hop needs a divorce. It's too much of the streets in hip hop. You promote that lifestyle, then you try to justify it and say ain't nothing wrong with it. When the guys on the street hear that, then it's a whole nother thing. The streets don't love nobody. And people say in hip hop, oh, he loved me. People don't love you in hip hop. There is no love in hip hop. There is no love in hip hop. There ain't none. There ain't no love in hip hop. There ain't no love. Bye bye.